Okay, good day to all science students. In this video lesson, we are going to tackle the use of models. So, scientists use models to explain phenomena. So, what is a scientific model? A scientific model is a representation of a particular phenomena in the world. So, there are so many definitions of model, or you can share your own definition of scientific model. Why are scientific models necessary? So, when you hear the word model, you probably think of a toy-like car or airplane that is a smaller version of the real thing. Scientific models are representations of objects, systems, or events and are used as tools for understanding the natural world. Models use familiar objects to represent unfamiliar things. So models can help you visualize or picture in your mind something that is difficult to see or understand. Models can help scientists communicate their ideas, understand processes, and make predictions. The chart below shows examples of what models can represent. Okay, number one, for example, objects that are too small to see. For example, those microscopic objects. Examples are atom or cell, the plant and animal cell. And objects that are too big to see, models of the planet. For example, the planetary model or the solar system. And even the galaxy, the model of the galaxy, and then the universe. Number three, objects that no longer exist. For example, the extinct animals like dinosaur. Objects that have not yet been invented. Prototype models such as model of a robot. Next one, events that occur too slowly to see. For example, the mountain formation or formation of valleys, formation of volcanoes, or the geologic features. It takes thousands or hundreds of years. Next one, events that occur too fast to see. For example, model to predict an earthquake or model of disintegration of some radioactive materials. Yung mabibilis na disintegration at yung mababagal naman na disintegration ng radioactive materials. Next one, events that have yet to happen. Models of weather system. Another one example is the greenhouse effect. The model of greenhouse effect and the water cycle. Okay, we have three types of models. Okay, number one, physical models. Number two, mathematical or computer models. And number three is conceptual models. So, there are advantages and limitations of models. Models are very helpful, but they also have limitations. Number one, details. Models cannot include all the details of the objects that they represent. For example, maps cannot include all the details of the features of the Earth, such as mountain, valleys, and others. Number two, approximations. Most models include some approximations as a convenient way to describe something that happens in nature. These approximations are not exact, so prediction based on them tend to be a little bit different from what you actually observe. Models do not behave exactly like the things they represent. For example, the model of the layers of the Earth, that is not the actual characteristics of the actual material of the layers of the Earth. And number three, accuracy. In order to make models simplistic enough to communicate ideas, some accuracy is lost. For example, ball and stick models of atoms do not show all of the details that scientists know about the structure of the atom. Okay, here are examples of famous atomic models and the scientists associated to this model. So this one, the first one, model of an atom is John Dalton. So meron siyang tinatawag na Dalton's atomic theory. So John Dalton is known for atomic theory, law of multiple proportions, Dalton's law of partial pressures, and Daltonism. Although itong model ni John Dalton is not exactly correct with the accurate model na ginagamit natin ngayon sa atom, ito ang naging foundation of the discovery of atom. Ito pong ginawa na to ni John Dalton. So followed by Sir Joseph John Thomson or J.J. Thomson. Itong ginawa niya naman na model na ang distribution daw po nitong negative and positive is just like a padding model. So mayroon itong estudyante si Sir Joseph John Thomson sa pangalan ni Ernest Rutherford. So Ernest Rutherford, naging idol niya itong kanyang teacher na si J.J. Thomson. So gumawa siya ng another experiment just to support the idea of his teacher. But may discover siya that there is something wrong with the model of his teacher na si J.J. Thomson. So, based sa kanyang model, yung tinatawag na alpha scattering experiment doon sa thin sheets of gold, ay napansin niya na mayroong nade-deflect na ibang direction ng mga particle At mayroon ding nagkakaroon ng bouncing back, bumabalik. At yung iba naman, dumalagpas. Meaning, based on the discovery of Ernest Rutherford that there is a dense material at the center of the atom, which he called as nucleus. So he discovered nucleus. So followed by Niels Bohr, that is the planetary model of an atom. Ito na yung ginagamit natin hanggang ngayon, yung may tinatawag na energy level. Ano po? Circular pattern na ito, itong dinadaanan or the pathway of the electron as it surround around the nucleus. Umiikot po siya sa nucleus like the model of planets or the solar system. Okay, followed by Erwin Rudolf Joseph Alexander Schrödinger. So ito naman yung kanyang model, the quantum mechanics. Ayan, example lang po yan, napakarami pang scientists na gumawa ng kanilang model. Okay, another one is the model of light, the wave and particle model of a light. So yung dual nature of light.